Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Miss Ayu. I will present about my result, our training with Mentari Group and Mr. Todd with the title Build Reading Skills. Okay, for the content of about the point of this presentation, I have 3 points. The first is engaging, learn to read, and then step of reading, and then recommendations. For the first engaging learn to read, reading is a process of looking at written symbols and letters and understanding the meaning of them. But my students say that reading is an activity that we have to look at a lot of letters and symbols that make our eyes tired and sick. But that's why we have to talk about with Mr. Todd about the ways the ways that we can use to make our students engaging to learning reading. There are 3 ways. The first is a simple questions and then using picture and unfamiliar words. Okay, with simple questions, the teacher can ask students about some questions like what did you eat in the morning, or what did you do before you go to here, or what did you do at your school, something like that. And then with using picture, the teacher can show students the picture about vocabulary that related to the text, to the topic that we will use for today's material. And then ask them some questions like for example, for today's material we will use the topic with cooking or food and drink. Then and then teacher can ask students something like what did you like, what do you like about food and drinks, or something like that. And then they will make unfamiliar words that it will makes they easier to learn about new vocabularies or new words. Okay, and then for this what is that? For this technique, we use scaffolding. Scaffolding is break up the learning into chunks and providing a tool or structure with each chunks. In this technique, we have 3 points. The first is text, and then vocabulary, and the last one is discuss. With this technique, we can use like first, for example, there are 3 paragraphs in the text, and then we can use the first text for the first sections, and the teacher can ask students to read the text together, and then they will find out the unfamiliar words or new vocabularies that we don't know how to pronounce or don't know the meaning. And then the teacher will show the topics of the text or hot topics of the first paragraph to the students, and the students will discuss about with their partner about the what is that, the topic. They can ask their partner about, for example, the topic is breakfast. The partner can ask the students like what did you eat when you had breakfast, or how often do you have breakfast, something like that. And then the next is stages of an effective reading lesson. The first is pre-reading, second is while reading, and the third is post-reading. For the pre-reading, there are brainstorming, vocabulary, and small talk. In these sections, the teacher should make what is that, students relaxing their brain before we move to the what is the main of the topic for the lesson. And the teacher can ask the students about the topic, something like what do you like to eat and drink, or show the picture about the vocabulary and ask them do you know what is this, or do you have what is that, do you have eat this cake or something like that. And then for the while reading, the teacher can use video or audio based on the text situation. It's like back sound for the text. For example, the teacher will show the PPT or the text of the reading text on the screen, and then it what is that, and it will have an audio in the background for based on the situation of the text, and then teacher and students can do small talk or do question and answer session, something like what did you get from the text or what did you get from the video, something like that. And then the last one is post reading. In this post reading, students have to retell the story, make a comic, and do a role play. For retell a story, students have to present what they have learned about the text in front of the class one by one, and then the teacher asks the students to make a comic about the story they have learned today, and then they will present it in front of the class, and then do a role play about the comic. And then for the last one is recommendation. I have two recommendation for English Academy. The first is projector in every class. I think it will make teacher and students more easier on study in the class, and then it will make students more interest and engaging on study in the class. And then the second is using video or back sound of the story, because so far I teach in English Academy, we only use video or back sound only for listening or project session. Okay, that's all about my presentation. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.